All right, it's 8 o'clock, guys. This lesson, I'm going to roll through it super quick. I'm tired. I need to get a good night of sleep. And really, tomorrow is Monday. I don't really plan on, coming into the markets tomorrow morning. And I hope I don't even trade tomorrow. I'd rather these charts just kind of take a day off, chill, and set us up better for the rest of the week. Look at the YouTube video from last week, guys. Last week's watch list it fired on every single cylinder you could imagine, bro. We didn't fucking miss. We had MU. We called the day trade. We called the speed up over 930 for a move of 40, 50 points. We hit that shit. We called QMCO, went up over 100% in 1 week on earnings. EQPT equipment share also made a solid move last week, went up about 6% from our earliest entry. So what do you got to do, after a week like that? Why do I have to do anything? I'm chilling. I don't want to give the market back money. It's not, a lot of people get this feeling like, they've made money in their account, they're up, it's house money. They can be a little bit more aggressive with because they're on a winning streak and it's house money. That's not how profitable traders go about their business, guys. That's not the market's money, that's your money. It's just the same as if you started an account that was 5,000 versus if you started an account that was 7,500. It doesn't matter. It's your money now. It's your job to manage it just like it was the way you started your account. So, the only chart I'm really looking at starting this week is ARM. ARM Holdings, Technology, Semiconductors. Semis made a pretty strong move last week. They were kind of at the forefront of the market. ARM, not so much. ARM kind of contracted. It kind of put in a tight range here. And if we are to, trade higher on Monday's session, put in some form of opening range break, especially if that opening range break happens closer to Thursday's high, which I believe would probably put us in like that 285 range, 288 range. Above 288, I feel like, again, it doesn't have to be Monday. I'd love to see this thing kind of contract a little tighter, go sideways, maybe put in another small range day tomorrow. But I think just like we covered that MU trade last week, doesn't have to be Monday, doesn't have to be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It could be Friday. But if we get a day where we open up, pretty close to that 288 range, 290 range, we put in like a little bit of a move off open, we consolidate, and we break the opening range highs, I could visualize a speed up here in ARM. This is another one too. I could also see if semiconductors are to kind of, stall out this week, if they kind of pull back, the market pulls back, ARM could be a top contender for a bearish downside move. Break this kind of tight range here. We could see a speed up from, 275 down to 245 in a short amount of time. So ARM will be my, kind of day trade vehicle for this week, especially early in the week. Gonna keep tabs on it. The only other thing I want to cover with you guys is QQQ. Didn't trade much in my futures account last week. This week that could change, especially until we hit this high. My bias is bullish until we hit this 738.50 high. I just feel like that's a layup at this point. Tomorrow, I'll probably keep an eye on a futures trade tomorrow. I think we're likely to take out the low of Friday, or we're going to take out the this 738.50 high on this candle. So that's what I'm saying, guys. That's my only plan for Monday. Keeping it super simple, and would love to just not take any trades on Monday. Just kind of get into the grind middle of the week this week if the charts pull back. But that's it, guys. That's all I got for you today. Last week was crazy. If you did not watch that video from last week on Sunday, go back, check it out. Those setups were fire, and we capitalized on them. Peace, guys.